Alright, today we are going to be changing the valve cover gaskets on a 2000 Subaru Legacy Outback. The engine is a EJ251, I believe, 251. So we'll start on the passenger side by removing your air ducts. Okay, now we have the air ducts removed. Just a couple 10mm bolts here and here. You have the 10 here, and then also a 12 down here to remove all the air ducts. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the vacuum hose, air hose, out here and the spark plugs. And then you can see here these are the bolts that we're going to be removing to get the valve cover off. You might want to take a brush or some sort to get the dust and the grime out of here so that it doesn't fall into the engine there. So alright, we'll do that next. Okay, so we got it out. That's what your engine's going to look like. Your valves there. It was a little tricky. You gotta kind of shimmy it up. Don't try to go down. You'll notice I put an oil pan down there. That is because I had a pretty bad leak there, so dripped quite a bit of oil. So I've already started cleaning mine, but what you'll want to do is you'll want to take and clean all that clean side, dirty side. Clean it up. I'm just using deep clean. You can use any degreaser type carburetor cleaner. Once you do that, you'll want to get the front here pretty good too. Mine was leaking pretty bad from this corner. Anyway, so I'm going to keep cleaning on this side, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, well, while we have the passenger side here drying, didn't get it super clean on the outside, just got all the grime off of it. It's going to get dirty anyhow. So while that's waiting, went ahead and started on the driver's side. Now you're going to need to take out the battery and the washing fluid reservoir to get to this. As you can see, it's kind of a tight fit. You're also going to need to take off your oil filler. Let me get it in the picture there, and it should be right here. So that'll be pretty easy to take off. I don't think there will be any surprise bolts on this one on the side here. Doesn't look like it. So should be pretty easy. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so we're now ready to put it back in. Put the seal on. What I did is I went ahead and these grommets, I went ahead and married them up with the bolts so that it's easier to put on. They're not going to stay on if you just put it on and then try to put the bolt through. So go ahead and marry them up like that. It's way easier. Also, what you're going to do is you're going to want to take your spark plug tube gaskets and you'll want to put those on. And then after I get it on, I will tell you the sequence. It's going to be 44 inch-pounds is the torque, which is not a whole lot at all. So you want to make sure that you don't over torque these. It's going to be a bad day if you do. You should be able to feel it when it comes to a stopping point. Once it gets there, just let off. So I'll put this bad boy in and I'll come back. Okay, so we got it on. Got it all tightened up. So the tightening sequence is going to be middle. This is going to be 2, 2, 3, 4, and then finally 5. So you'll want to slowly tighten each. It'll probably take you about 3 times, 2 or 3 times. And like I said, you'll feel the definite stop. Don't go any further. Kind of a feeling. It's only going to be a couple pounds of torque on it, so really take your time on this. Be patient about it. So I'm going to do the other side now, and the sequence should be the same, or not should, is going to be the same. Also, I just noticed I almost forgot to put this bolt in here too that connects to the front cover of your timing belt. So, alright. If you're done with this side, you're going to go ahead and put your hose back on here, and then go ahead and put your spark plug cables back on, put your air ducts back on, and you should be good on this side. Alright, so I got the driver's side in. Don't forget to put your oil reservoir back on. You're going to take and put your washer fluid back as well, and your battery. Again, same sequence. You're going to do middle, upper right, lower left. That's not right. Yeah, middle, upper right, lower left, lower right, upper left. And again, that's only a couple of foot-pounds on that, so be gentle. But you do want to make sure you get a good seal on that. Go ahead and put everything back together, and then when you do that, don't forget your hoses that go to your air duct. Give it a crank, make sure you're not leaking oil anywhere, and you should be good to go. I'm going to go ahead and do a spark plug change on mine since it was leaking so bad. So to do the spark plugs, all you do is you just, your spark plugs are here and here on either side, and the torque, I believe, is about 15.5 foot-pound. So that'll be it for me, and that's how you change your valve gaskets.